Pro-life leaders, the pro-life community, is pushing back hard against President Trump's suggestion yesterday to Republicans that they have to be a little flexible when it comes to the Hyde Amendment. Now, the Hyde Amendment is what has been in place for nearly 50 years. That has been kind of the compromise on abortion, where it prohibits government funding for elective abortions. In fact, I'm going to play this clip. The president was speaking yesterday to House Republicans gathered at the Kennedy Center talking about a host of things. And this came in the context of the extensions of the Obamacare subsidies that's, expired in December. And they're talking about how they fix this. Here's what he had to say.
Now, you have to be a little flexible on Hyde. You know that. You got to be a little flexible. You got to work something. You got to use ingenuity. You got to work. We're all big fans of everything, but you got to be flexible. You have to have flexibility.
Joining me now, Senator James Lankford of Oklahoma serves on several Senate committees, including the Ethics Committee, which he chairs. He's also a member of the Senate Pro-Life Caucus. Senator Lankford, welcome back to Washington Watch. Happy New Year. Good to see you.
Thanks, Tony. Good to see you again as well.
All right. Flexibility. Some things I think we need to be very resolute on, and life would be one of them. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm not flexible on the value of every single child. Every single child is valuable. There aren't some children that are disposable and some children that are valuable. Every child is valuable. And so that's not an area that I'm flexible on. I think what the president was trying to say, and what Carolyn Levitt, his spokesperson, came out and said today is, hey, the president's been a tenacious supporter of Hyde. He's been very active, and I do give him credit. He's done what's called the Mexico City policy. He's taken away funding from international abortions with taxpayer dollars. He has actually restored funding that Biden took away to pro-life, different grants that go to different states. He has been very good on defunding Planned Parenthood. He signed that bill where we defunded Planned Parenthood for this year. So there's been a lot of very, very strong pro-life things that he's done. He's also trying to be able to get a health care proposal done that, quite frankly, Democrats right now are saying they would reduce the cost of health care for all of those several million people that have Obamacare rates that are going up, as long as we'll have abortion funding in it. Clearly, that's a red line I'm not going to cross. I'm not going to break what we're doing in healthcare. VA doesn't do abortions. DOD doesn't do abortions. Indian healthcare doesn't do abortions. We don't do abortions with Medicare, Medicaid. We should not have it anywhere. But right now, the only place that abortion funding for elective abortion exists and subsidizing it is in Obamacare, and that needs to go away.
And that almost kept Obamacare from passing back when it was first adopted. Yep. During Barack Obama's term as president, was the abortion issue. And he issued this basically fraudulent executive order saying that it would be covered by Hyde. And it wasn't.
Right. And it wasn't, actually. What was interesting is the House, when it originally passed the bill, there's a guy named Bart Stupak, who's no longer a member, who fought at that time. He was a Democrat pro-life member, which there aren't any more Democrat pro-life members anymore. Democrats have driven them all out. And it said, if you're going to be a Democrat, you have to be for abortions. So at that time, there were still some Democratic pro-life members. He worked to be able to get Hyde Amendment protections in the House version of Obamacare. It went to the Senate. They promptly stripped it all out and replaced it with this, what they call as Hyde Light. It's really a workaround around Hyde so that federal dollars can still subsidize insurance programs that then actually cover abortions on it. And we've got 13 states now that literally, if you're on Obamacare, there is no option you can buy insurance on except for the insurance that actually covers abortion. Many states have one option that doesn't cover abortion, another option that does. 13 different states say, forget it. Every single option is going to cover abortion. Those are all federally subsidized.
Well, and Senator, I mean, this administration, the previous Trump administration, certainly taking steps to protect the unborn. But what we've seen since the overturn of Roe is actually an increase in abortion numbers. In 2024, 95,000 plus per month. This 2025, 98,000 plus per month. It's rising in large part because of Biden-era policies regarding the abortion pill that remain in place. How do you explain that?
Correct. I can't explain that, actually. Biden era during COVID, they said for the COVID emergency, we're going to increase the availability of the chemical abortion pills and to be able to get them out where you don't have to see a doctor, you don't have to have any kind of physical exam. You can literally just have somebody ship you abortion pills that take the life of that child. Incredibly dangerous for the mom. Lots of complications can occur there. We have individuals ending up in the emergency room with severe bleeding. If you have an ectopic pregnancy, it can actually take the life of the mom. It can keep her from having children in the future. If she takes this chemical abortion pills, if she has the wrong blood type. But the Biden administration was most important to them is increasing the number of abortions. We have been very outspoken to the Trump administration. They should reverse all those policies. They're currently telling us they're studying that. They're reviewing it. We want them to be able to move and to say the first Trump administration didn't allow this. They have had no shame in reversing other Biden policies. They should reverse this policy as well.
So, Senator, you would understand why pro-life advocates are a little concerned with that backdrop in those comments yesterday regarding Hyde.
Yep, I certainly do, and I've expressed that to quite a few folks. I've had several folks that have called me and said, President Trump's been very, very strong on the life issues. I've said that is entirely true in the first administration. He has been very strong. He's moved on multiple different pro-life things in the first several months of his administration this time. But this issue about chemical abortion continues to hang out there. That is the dominant method for abortion in America now. And we still have people that are boyfriends getting that drug and actually trying to be able to pass it over. We have people that have had no medical exam at all getting this abortion drug. And if their pregnancy has gone gestation past a certain number of weeks, or they have an ectopic pregnancy, it is exceptionally dangerous for her. It's always deadly to the child.
All right, Senator, just a minute left. Talking about the health care issue, I think the health savings accounts are a very good option for this.
Sure.
What do you see as the way forward? 50 seconds.
Yeah, we've been very outspoken as Republicans to say, hey, we want to deal with the cost of health care, but Obamacare literally is raising the price exponentially. What Democrats have looked for is more and more subsidies on top of previous subsidies to try to hold the cost down. In my state, the Obamacare insurance plans have gone up 200% at the same time that commercial insurance has gone up 29%. There is a structural problem with Obamacare. We want to make sure that people can buy their own health care insurance. They can group together in small businesses to be able to get more. We want to do high-risk plans to be able to bring down the cost for everyone. There are practical ways that we can actually reduce the cost of health care without doing Obamacare and socialized medicine.
And I trust you to carve a way forward on that. Senator, thanks for joining us.